you guys 8 topics to choose from, and you guys 3 to hit your top 4 that you want. And we're going to take the next 4 weeks to kind of go through those 4 topics. And each week there's going to be a panel, and this panel is we're going to kind of just banter. We're going to give you the good and the bad. We're going to kind of argue a little bit, fight a little bit. There could be different perspectives. We've got a myriad of views and perspectives up here tonight. But the one thing I need to say about tonight is tonight's topic you did not choose. Tonight's topic you didn't choose. The reason I chose it for us is because I believe the fact that this topic was the last one chosen is the very reason why we need to talk about it. This by far, this only got like 2 or 3 votes. And so next week we're talking about theology in the Bible. That got the highest votes. Behind that, the second highest votes, we got worship. We're going to talk about that 3 weeks. And after that, we got culture. And then the influence and our role that we play in redeeming the influence and culture. Those are the top 3 we got. Technology in the church, and the role of technology, and the future of technology in the church got the least bit. And the reason we're talking about that tonight is because it's for that exact reason. Because I feel, and the reality is I am as technologically illiterate and unsavvy as you get. And that's why these guys are up here tonight. I'll introduce them in a second. But I think for that sole reason why we have there's a sense of uninterest in technology, and yet it dominates our life. We think we know about it, yet it has hijacked so many nuances and different layers of our lives that we fall victims to it. So that's the exact reason why I want to discuss this and talk about this tonight. So we're going to banter, we're going to talk and dialogue for the next 45 plus minutes. We're going to take some Q&A at the end. So if you guys get a question as we're talking, if something comes up and you don't understand exactly what it is, or you want to know a little bit more about that, write those down, and we're going to take a little Q&A at the end. But as we jump in tonight, we're having a conversation and dialogue on technology and the role of technology in the church, and the future of technology in the church. And as followers of Christ, as disciples, and tonight, if you're here and you're just starting this journey out, you're just meandering and you're just trying to see what this whole thing about church, we do unapologetically call this church. This is an experiment. It's a little different from what the gathering typically looks like on a Thursday night. Typically someone's up here preaching, opening up scriptures and delving and mining and digging into the word and pulling out truth so that we understand our identity is fully formed 100% through the gospel, the good news of who Jesus is, and everything, our behavior is shaped through that lens. We typically delve and really jump into that. But tonight, really this month, we're just going to take a little different experiment. We're going to kind of hash out some of these topics that we want to talk about. But for tonight, here's the guys that we got with us tonight. This is Kyle Reed. Kyle works for an online company called 8Bits, and he is the local social media internet blog guru. This is Kyle Reed. So what's up to Kyle Reed tonight? Kyle Reed. This is, you guys know Justin McClure. This is Justin McClure. Justin is on staff at Journey Church St. Louis, Journey Church downtown. He is the development coordinator. What does that mean? What is that? You got a microphone. You got a microphone in front of there.
I work on leadership development and then pipelines for how people move around in the church.
Great. So that's Justin McClure down at Journey. That's the one and only Bryce Steinhoff. Bryce is director of our communications, media, tech, IT, all that fun stuff here at First Baptist Church Oxford. So that's Bryce Steinhoff. And last is Nokomis. Nokomis is the press, right? Nokomis is he's a student pastor at Harvest Christian right down the street. You guys ever, when people come and they're looking for our harvest, they said the other harvester?
Yeah, the other harvester. The tent?
Yeah.
It's the tent of the light.
That's the other harvester. Exactly. The tent of the light. That's the other harvester. We have to show all the time. So here's what I love about tonight as we jump into this. One of the things I want to say, we often say this, but more specifically tonight than really ever that we've had in the past. As we say often, this is really a celebration of the kingdom. I mean, we've got 3 different communities represented on stage. On stage leading us in worship are another 3 different communities that are represented. So this really is a celebration of the community. This isn't of the kingdom. This isn't necessarily just about just our identity at the realm of gathering and our identity at First Baptist Church of Harvest. This is a celebration of the kingdom as we jump into this. And so I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging. And by the way, just saying for the record, all of you guys are MacBook Pro users and iPhone users. Yes. Okay, so that's also why we're up there. Everyone else taking up here has an iPhone and they love Mac, right? So there's no PCs out here. So get a PC, you may leave. So let's jump in. Here's my first question for you guys as we jump in. Really what this is going to look like, I'm going to direct specific questions today, and then we're going to kind of just meander through. So it's going to kind of wind and turn. There's going to be some things that we camped in for a while and we might take tangents on. And there's going to be other things that that are just going to be quick hits. And so just bear with us and let's have fun doing this. And I hope we can really get through some exciting things. Here's the definition that I'm going to give tonight for technology. We're going to let's look at technology for technology's sake. We're less interested in just talking about technology because at the end of the day, technically, everything is technology. I mean, the fact that you can take your pen out and write, that pen is a form of technology. Everything's a technology. It's so elusive, it is so broad, and it is so general. We're not going to talk about technology for the sake of talking about technology, but instead we're going to talk about technology through the means of media, technology through the means of communication. And really what communications theory essentially is, the transmission or the transmitting of ideas from one person to another. So communications theory is basically says, I'm trying to get you to understand something, and meanwhile, you're going to try to get me to understand something, and that's just, essentially that's what communication is. But we're also looking at it this way. We're going to try to use communications technology, media technology, to create meaning. This is where it gets really sticky. This is the first question I'm going to ask these guys. As we look at communication,